I made a video a while back, about if you're with somebody that won't let you have any friends, there's a bunch of people else out there that will. I wanted to touch base back onto that subject about jealousy, why we get jealous, right? It's a bunch of different reasons why, but I'm going to try to conjunct it all into one video, right? And into one concise, not too long video. The reason, and I'm going to talk about jealousy as far as relationships, not as far as, other things like material possessions or somebody else's success or something like that. I can make another video about that, but I'm going to talk about specifically relationships, why we get jealous, right? There's a bunch of different reasons. I'm going to name a few. One of the reasons, you got to understand that jealousy is an ego thing. You see, when we were young, we were told that we're special from our parents. We were made to believe we're so special and that love is this one way and we're special and we're special. When you're told that you're special, your ego automatically goes up. So when somebody does something out of the norm that goes against, and it's also self-narrative. So when it goes, you have this narrative against yourself, like I'm this person, I'm this sweet, sexy, funny person. The same reason why if you make a joke and nobody laughs, you're upset or you're irritated because you perceive yourself to be funny, but nobody's laughing. That's the self-narrative in your mind. These are all ideas that, regardless if they're truth or not, these are ideas about yourself that you're having. So if you're thinking you're this sexy, you're this whole package and all these things, but then you see somebody talking to somebody else, right? So you instantly triggered, right? Because just like, well, I'm supposed to be this thing, and now you're doing something that goes against my own self-narrative, and also an ego thing, because, with jealousy comes pettiness. And you just have to look at things that you value in life. Like, for example, I value honesty, I value communication, I value trust, I value, intimate relationships with others. I value, respect. I value a bunch of things. And none of these things, you notice, I didn't name pettiness, because pettiness is beneath you. So why sink to that level and be this person when everything that you value is above that? And like I said, it all goes back to being told that you're special and you're all these things that train into your mind, that you understand that jealousy is an ego thing, because then it becomes, now I'm trying to control you. I'm trying to make you this person of who I want you to be. I have this idealistic mind and this idealistic person in my mind, and I want you to fit this person because you already have this and this, and I want you to have this. So you're trying to control a person. You're trying to make them or mold them into what you want them to be, instead of accepting who they are and accepting their essence, right? This is a lot of people's issues too. And then that comes into controlling, and then you come into controlling and looking through a phone. And the funny thing about going through people's phones that I've realized is that, regardless if you go through a phone or not, that person could still be cheating, because they could delete messages or hide messages or change names or do whatever, right? They could do all these things, and you could not see anything. You're like, oh, they're not cheating on me, I'm fine, I feel better, right? But then come to find out they were cheating, like, well, I didn't see that in the phone. Exactly. Because going through the phone doesn't mean you're looking for validation. You're looking for self-validation. That's another thing about it. We look for self-validation in other people because there's a happiness, there's a love that's already in us that we don't know how to reach. And we use other people to get there. A lot of people don't understand that we do this. So when we say we love somebody, what we're really saying is, I'm using you to reach that part of love in me that I don't know how to get to on my own, which is very dangerous, because then you're using that person as a crutch. Because then you're feeling like, well, if this person leaves me, it's the end of the world. What am I going to do? I'm not going to find anybody else. I'm going to be lonely. I'm going to be unhappy. I'm going to be I'm going to be struggling. I'm going to be whatever purpose they're serving in your life, right? But if they really leave, is that really going to happen though? You're always going to find somebody else, even if it didn't work out. You're always going to find somebody else, but you believe in your mind because of the connection there. Nobody can understand me like this person. You're believing in your mind, and so also jealousy, because then it becomes, you see them talking to somebody else, and it's just, well, this person is trying to take, my comfort away, my security away. They're trying to take my security blanket away. This person who makes me feel the love that's already in me, but that I don't know how to reach. I don't know how to reach it without them, but you're trying to take it away from me. I'm jealous. It's a thing of that as well. It's also a thing of, pride as well, ego, a lot of things. And one of the things I've realized about, people is that they don't understand themselves. They don't understand why they are. A lot of jealousy or like let's say somebody is very into attention. They really need attention. They really love attention. They really want attention, whether it's a relationship, whether it's from people they don't know, whether it's their friends or whether it's their family. They really want relationship. That stems from something. Everything a person does, says, what they wear, how they wear their hair, says a lot about that person. But we don't understand that, and we just chalk it off. Even the person doesn't know, I just like it because I like it. I just like these clothes because I like these clothes. I just do this because da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? It's never just trivial with humans. It's always very complex. It's always very this. It's always this leads to this and then this leads to this. So when you were younger, you might have not gotten attention from your father or your mother, and then it may have manifested into, you may have gotten some attention from your boyfriend or girlfriend, and then it manifested into, now I realize I like attention, now I'm going to do everything to get attention. And then when it's taken away from me, then it's, well, you don't, and it's always trying to get that control. And then there's also control freaks too, where at some point in life, they were out of control and they felt very vulnerable and helpless, and they didn't like that feeling. They didn't like the feeling of that helplessness. So they're doing everything in their power to feel control. And so they're trying to control the person they're with to make sure that that person doesn't hurt them like so other people did. You know what I'm saying? But people are going to do what they're going to do. Some people are, and here's the thing about people. You have to understand that some people are in your life for a short period of time. Some people are in your life to introduce you to somebody else. Some people are in your life for them to serve a purpose and then to leave. And the end of a relationship does not mean the end, because when we leave a relationship, we always try to shut off our emotions for that person. We don't care about this person anymore. We don't love this person anymore. We don't feel for this. We don't think about this person anymore. We don't think about the memories, especially a long-term relationship. Somebody will try to say, I don't care about this person anymore. Fuck them, all that type of thing, right? A lot of people do that. Here's the thing about that. We try to shut off these emotions because we don't want to feel that pain, and we don't want to spark memories of what could have been. But that person made us who we are, regardless if we want to admit that or not. That person made us who we are. That person is inside of us and will always be inside of us, no matter how much we want to admit, whether it was 2 months, whether it was 2 years, however long you're with this person. They showed you something about yourself, about what you like, what you don't like. They showed you something about growth, about life, and you had experiences with them, and they're always going to be with you. And when you see that person, it sparks those memories again. It sparks that feeling again sometimes. Now, you can still love that person. That love is always there, but you don't love them in the same way. You feel me? So it's just something that a lot of people, you have to let go, but you don't have to let go. You feel me? If you realize that the connection that you had before isn't the same, but you still love this person for what they did for you, and how, a lot of people try to escape this feeling. And it's understandable, because jealousy is a very egotistical thing. It's a very prideful thing. How dare you cheat on me? How dare you do this to me? How dare you talk to anybody else? I'm me. I'm this. That's ego. Why would you do this? I never do anything to you. You know what I'm saying? And if the communication is there, it's not cheating, right? Hence open relationships and all these type of things like that. But a lot of the reasons that people cheat, another thing I realized about humans is that a person, when you want something from a person in a relationship, if you notice, they become very standoffish and very defensive and very closed in. But when you don't want something from a person, they're always present when you need them to be present. They're always there, you know what I'm saying, emotionally. Because when you feel like now, or I need love now, I need attention now, I need this now, I need that now, I need you to stop talking to this person, I need you to stop doing this, because let's say they stop talking to this person. Let's say they really did stop talking to whoever you wanted them to stop talking to. Or let's say they really did that. Do you feel complete? Do you really feel complete? Like, now I got this person all to myself, and now everything is perfect. And you feel like if you lose that sense of control, then you lose that sense of yourself. Because now this person that you love, also with jealousy, now this person that you love, like I said before, is a part of you. So you feel like, I'm losing this part of myself and I don't want to lose it, right? I've also lost track about what I said before then, but it might come back to me. But The thing about jealousy, man, is just it's a really tough road. It's just about noticing it, noticing when you're jealous in a relationship, noticing I'm jealous right now when when my person is talking to this other person, or I'm jealous right now when this person is showing something of themselves, like their body or whatever. They're saying something, they're doing something, whatever, they're wearing something, whatever it is. I'm jealous right now. Why does this make me jealous? Nobody confronts that issue. Why does this make me jealous? What happened in my past? What do I believe that is the reason this is making me jealous right now? Instead of, nobody does that. Instead they just say, you're doing this, stop doing this, because that'll make everything okay. And it doesn't, because let's say it doesn't work out, the relationship. Let's say the relationship doesn't work out, and you go on to the next person, and then the next person, and the next person. And you're doing the same thing over and over again because these people are not doing what you're telling them to do. These people are talking to people, they're having friends, or let's say they're even just talking to like other people in an that they're attracted to, or they're whatever, like these things like that. You keep going on and find, oh, it's not me, it's them, because I'm going to find the right person one day that's not going to talk to people, and that's going to be all about me, and then this, and they're going to do this and do that the way I want it to be. The way that we want it to be isn't always how love is. That's the issue. That's one of the things I had to realize. The way we want it to be isn't how people are. The way we want it to be isn't how love always is. A lot of people think love is one way and one way only, and this, you pay attention to me and it's just me and you and this and that and the third, and you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this. That's very controlling and restricting. And a lot of people will move away from you because of that, because they're not that type of way. They didn't go through a lot of things that you went through to make you that way. If that's how relationships work, every single person on this planet would be in that same mode. Instead of thinking of it like the things that happened to me in my past and the things that were pushed into my subconscious made me think and feel this way that I'm feeling and thinking right now. Everything that's in my past is the reason why it's happening right now in my present, and why it's going to continue happening in my future until I correct it. Now, you might find somebody that's going to submit to what you want, and that's going to submit and going to be everything that you want them to be, right? Because they already healed certain things, or they might be that person. And that, for those people that find people like that, that's fine. That's great for you if you can find that, but it's very hard to find. That's just all around everything you want, or if you have 10 things you want and there's 7 of them. That's great for you if you find that. But for a lot of other people, the jealousy, it's a them thing. It's an ego thing. It's not a you thing. It's not a you're doing this and you're doing that. Now the communication should be there. It's a you thing if the communication isn't there. If the honesty isn't there, then it's the other person's fault, because then they should be communicating what they are, who they are, what they are, and what they're doing, and who they're attracted to, or why they're doing what they're doing, right? The communication should be there. But after that point, then it's on you. Now, if the communication is already there and you're just and you have to listen when people tell you things about yourself too. If somebody's telling you, hey, you're being jealous, or why are you reacting this way? Why are you so mad right now? And they're not mad. They're trying to let you know, hey, maybe this is something in you that you should be, because I'm not because they could be like, I'm not reacting the same type of way that you are reacting in this situation. Or if you were doing it, I'm not reacting the same way. So jealousy isn't everybody. Pettiness isn't everybody. You might try to prevent them from doing something. You might try to, that's pettiness. I might try to do all these things. And with all those things, it's all ego, all pride, all, evil intentions, all negative energy. And you're vibrating at a certain state, and it's not their fault, because we all come from a background of something has happened to us to make us where we are now. But I don't want to make this video too long, man. I just wanted to touch base kind of on this subject, on why we get jealous. The love that's in us that we don't know how to reach. We reach out to other people to give us that love. You don't really truly love somebody until you truly love yourself. And that's all I wanted to say about jealousy, man. This is kind of more, but I just didn't want to make this video too long. So I'm just going to cut this topic short, and I might talk about this in a later time, but either way, man, I just wanted to talk about it. Peace. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this video. And I hope you have a great day or night or morning. And I hope that you are very productive today, because every day is beautiful if you think of it that way.